Hi there. You haven't seen the postman about the place, have you? I'm expecting a letter from the Watch programme to tell me what I should be doing for these programmes about our environment. Our environment is really just the place we live in. It's all around us. This chair is part of my environment. This room is part of my environment. This house is part of my environment. This street is a part of my environment. There are lots of different environments in Britain. Your environment is different from my environment. So, which environment will I be looking at? That's what the letter from Watch is going to tell me, I hope. Ah, that might be it now. I was right. It was the letter from Watch. They want me to go to 3 different places and find out what they're like. And look, they've sent me some photographs of the places. These photographs have been taken from high up in the sky, looking down at the places. The person who took them must have been in a plane or a helicopter. But which one should I go to first? And how should I get there? Oh, wait a minute. There's some more writing here. To get to your first place, follow these directions. Out the door. Through the gate. Across the road. Up the hill. Now, it says here that I've got to go into this phone box and dial a secret phone number. I'm not allowed to tell you what it is. I hope I don't have to walk anywhere else. I've had enough of walking. Now that was a cool way to travel. But I wonder where I am exactly. I better look at the photographs. It's supposed to be one of these 3 places. Let's have a look. Well, from here, it's quite hard to tell. So I think I'd better have a little look around. Well, I didn't see much in the way of green open spaces whilst I was walking around, but I did see lots of red houses, all in very straight rows. And that makes me think that we're in this place. And this place is called Manchester. So, let's see what it is that I have to do here in Manchester. Oh, a list of tasks. First one says, find out what Ashobi sees on her way to school. Ashobi lives at 2 Willoughby Street, and she is expecting you. I found my way to Ashobi's house, all right, and we set off to walk to her school.
Let's go. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
There's a very busy road near her house, which she has to cross, so she always uses the proper crossing place. The traffic lights stop the traffic, and the green man tells us when it's the safest time to cross. Go down this way. Do you have any busy roads like this one near where you live? It's not just cars that go along this road, is it? What other traffic can you see? So, Ashobi, tell me about some of the things that we can see from here.
Well, that's my brother's nursery. He'll be going there when he's 18 months.
Did you go to a nursery like this when you were young? And what else?
That's the Elf petrol station where people get petrol from.
Yeah, that's where the cars and vans and motorbikes get their petrol from. Yeah. And what about that building?
That's a job centre where people get new jobs.
Well, let's see what other things we see on your journey to school, shall we?
Yeah.
Come on in. What's this place?
That's the vegetarian restaurant.
Oh, really? And is it a good vegetarian restaurant?
Yeah, my mum promised to take me there one time if I was good.
That sounds good. And what about this building here across the road?
That's a nursing home for old people.
Ah.
Is there a nursing home for old people near you?
Well, let's take a walk further down the road and see what else we see.
It didn't take us long before we arrived at Ashobi's school, Claremont Infant School. Does her school look anything like your school? In the classroom, I had a look at the project which the Year 2s were doing on Moss Side, which is where they live in Manchester. They'd done lots of writing and drawing about their environment. They were just the people to help me with my tasks.
It's time now for me to get on with my next task. And it says here that I've got to find out what the local shops are like.
These were the shops nearest the school. The best place to look at them was from over the road.
So what type of shops do we have on this street here? Who can tell me the names of some of these shops?
Toy shop and a pet shop.
There's a toy shop and a pet shop.
Bookmarker, chippy shop.
There's a chippy,
A bakery shop.
a bakery,
A bank.
a bank. Yes, there's a bank on the corner.
Soccer shop.
Yes, there's a soccer shop just over the road.
Coffee.
There's a cafe.
Bookmakers.
Yeah, the bookmaker's the betting shop. Right, what types of things do you think they sell at the bakery?
Bread.
Bread,
Cakes.
cakes,
Gingerbread.
gingerbread men.
Drinks.
They do sell drinks. Okay, what do you think they might sell in the pet shop?
Fish.
Fish,
Budgies.
budgies,
Dog food. Parrots.
dog food, food for the pets.
And parrots. Yeah, I went there with Mrs. Eunice, had Sarah and Sarah.
And you saw
a white parrot that talks.
Do you have any of these types of shops near you? What other types of shops are near you? What do they sell?
What's my place like? What's your place like? Is it old or is it new? Lots of shops or just a few?
Well, we didn't see much in the way of fruit and vegetables down Claremont Road, but just look at all the ones that I've found here. You might know what some of them are. This is a coconut.
Do you know what these are? They're pears. And these? They're cherries. And these? They're melons.
Some of the fruits and vegetables here are a little bit unusual. Have you ever seen one of these before? I haven't.
What about these? Or these? Or these? Or even these? I didn't know what some of them were, so I asked the shopkeeper. What's this thing called?
Bitter melon,
And where's it from?
Kenya,
All right, Africa. A bitter melon from Africa. And what about this big green one here?
Bangladesh kadu
Bangladesh kado from Bangladesh,
from Bangladesh.
of course. And
Sweet potato,
from
India.
sweet potato from India. So there's lots of different things from all over the world here.
Look at all the different kinds of foods and spices that are on sale here. That's because people from different parts of the world came to live here in Manchester, and they had their own favourite foods and recipes.
Right, on to my final task. I've got to find out about a place where sport is played. And I don't think that's going to be too difficult, because I'm standing here in the school playground, but behind me is a football stadium.
Manchester City was the club that played at the stadium near the school. We were allowed to come into the ground by the players' tunnel.
Right then, if you want to come and sit with me.
We sat in the dugout and were told about the pitch by Alison, one of the Manchester City staff.
If somebody fell over, they might hurt themselves on the ground. So to prevent the ground from getting really hard, they water their pitch. And they have things called sprinklers, and they've got about 30 of them in different places around the pitch. There's around 40 miles of pipes underneath the pitch that go up and down the pitch. 40 miles. And what happens in the winter when it's really, really cold and it snows and it's icy? What happens to the ground then?
We can slip over and hurt ourselves.
Right, and to make sure that at football matches that none of the players slip and fall over, they have a special thing known as undersoil heating. And those 40 miles of pipes carry hot water, and it's a bit like defrosting the ground so that all the ice and all the snow will melt.
After the dugout, we went to the highest part of the stadium, right to the top of a big new stand. It was an excellent place for a view of Manchester. And now that we're really high up, we've got a great view of everything. So, as we came out to this bit of the stadium, what was the first thing that you saw? Courtney?
The field.
The field. Yep, so it's a great view of the football pitch, so you get a really good view of the match from here. But looking beyond the stadium, what's the first thing that you see?
The school.
You can see your school from here. All right, and what about you, Gullit? What did you see first of all?
I could see the brewery.
And the brewery over there in the distance, where the smoke's coming out. Brewery, yeah.
The new bridge they built in Hume.
Hume Bridge, good. All right then, Takita, what have you got to say?
I seen town.
Which direction's town? Yeah, over there, where all the big tall buildings are.
Yeah.
And what's surrounding the stadium?
Houses.
Houses, lots of rooftops, aren't there? And roads. We were able to see lots of things from the stand. Is there anywhere near you where you can get a good view of your local area? It's a really big place, Manchester, isn't it? I wonder what place I'll be going to next time. Bye.
What I like about Moss Side is the Moss Side Leisure Centre. I like it because I go swimming there and my dad does weights. It's good that living in Moss Side because there's a city ground nearby, and my mum and dad went to go and see Oasis play. I like Moss Side because Alexandra Park, you can take your dog for a walk and have a picnic. And the carnival there, and last year my mum was the carnival queen.